And he said to one of these boys, he was 5 years old, and he said to him, here's a pixie sticks. So they went into the house, telling Janine, very happy, Mom, we got this, showed her their candy bags. And they were, as I understand, sitting around a coffee table. Mom and Dad was on the couch. Timothy was across from the parents. Elizabeth was on the side of the table. And they wanted to start eating their candy. The dad said, no, you can just choose one candy to eat from because it's bedtime and you can't eat that much candy before bedtime. So later on, the mom also testified in court that, and this is so heartbreaking for me, but Timothy, he took a sucker, we call it a lollipop, but he took a sucker from the bag, and the mom in court said it was as if Ronald lunged over the coffee table, took the sucker out of his hand and said, no, you can't eat the sucker before bedtime. You're going to take too long. Take the pixie sticks. When you hear what's going to happen. So this little Timmy, 8 years old, he listened to his dad, and when he wanted to open the straw, usually it's melted together. This straw was closed with staples. Nobody thought anything of it, and he couldn't get it open, so he asked his dad. His dad removed the staples. They say he even shook it a little bit so that the powder can become loose, and he gave it to Timothy, and Timothy took the powder and he swallowed it, and he said to his dad, oh, it's very, very bitter. The dad got up, went to the kitchen, made him Kool-Aid, and he said, swallow this and the rest of the pixie sticks with the Kool-Aid. I cannot imagine that a human being, a father, because you're going to see now why I say this. So Timmy went to bed, and it wasn't long after he went to bed, and all of this was from testimony of his mother in court and what the dad said to the police before they got all the evidence they needed. So shortly after going to bed, Timothy was in the hall of the house, and he said he's got severe stomach aches. He started vomiting, and the dad acted so concerned. He went to the bathroom. He held Timothy while he was vomiting, and he felt that Timothy went numb in his arms. Mom called the ambulance. The ambulance rushed to hospital with Timmy. But on the way to the hospital, Timothy died in that ambulance. At the hospital, the doctors realized that all these symptoms are symptoms of poisoning. And it was the father who initially said,